Mr. Secretary, do you believe that our military is a fundamentally racist organization? Yes or no, please.
Well, I won't give you a yes or no answer on that, Senator, because it deserves more than a yes or no.
That's Senator Tom Cotton grilling the Secretary of Defense, Lloyd Austin, on the critical race theory dividing the military. Tom Cotton and Crenshaw are going to show you how they're here to try and rescue the military from this poisonous, divisive ideology. Hi, I'm Doug TenNapel. Welcome to my channel. I'd love to have you as a sub. Here's Dan Crenshaw when he visited Fox News on wokeism taking over the military.
Do you believe that any member of the military should be treated differently based on their skin color and sex? Again, yes or no will do.
No, I do not believe that, and that is
okay.
Why we have diversity, equity, and inclusion focus in the military.
What's your reaction to his answer? Do you think it's racist, the military?
I definitely do not think the military is racist. It's probably one of the least racist institutions in America, if not the world. It is truly a place where your skin color, your gender, your background can be set aside and meritocracy takes hold. And you move up based on your own skill sets, based on your own judgment, based on your own leadership qualities. And we see that time and time again proven in a place like the military. And what is inclusive about the military? Well, the fact that we all have the same standards, the fact that we wear the same uniforms, the fact that we sing the same songs, right? So there's a cultural identity that takes place in the military, which is actually really hard to emulate anywhere else, but it happens in the military. That's what we should be talking about when we say the military is inclusive. But here's what they often say. Well, we're going to do diversity and inclusion training. Who could possibly be against that? Mm-hmm. Well, because they're playing footsie with critical race theory when they do that. It's not inclusive to be telling people about their whiteness and to be explaining to white people how they have privilege. I mean, some of the feedback we got when we put this out. So we have a whistleblower page on my website, and when people fill that in, it goes to me and it goes to Senator Cotton. So that's where all these examples came from that Senator Cotton brought up. And there's things like white privilege walks. So take 2 steps forward if you're white, a step back if you're black. Tell me how that's inclusive. Tell me how that doesn't create divisions within our military. It really is problematic. And I was really, look, the Secretary of Defense got to the right answers eventually, but to say that it's complicated whether or not the military is a racist institution, I'm sorry, no, it's not complicated. Yeah. The answer is simply no. And he got there eventually, but it was... But that you shouldn't have to equivocate. And right. What he's doing is he's trying to appease the progressives on the left while also being honest with himself, because I don't think he honestly believes that.
And now here's Dan Crenshaw talking about his whistleblower site that he and Tom Cotton set up, where military personnel can anonymously write in and give them stories of how this indoctrinating sensitivity training is destroying morale within the military.
And this is what we've heard with a few of these things. Using critical race theory, even though they don't call it critical race theory, doing these things like these privilege walks. The other reason that we dove into this, it wasn't just to look at critical race theory training perhaps being put on our troops. I mean, I was looking at this long ago when they took the SEAL ethos and they made it gender neutral. Just out of nowhere, just for some reason. We were letting transgender soldiers go on CNN and politicize their behavior there. And just the fact that we even changed the policy to say, look, we're going to use taxpayer dollars to allow gender transitions and make you undeployable, make you unable to deploy, and probably force you to be medically retired, and then you'll be on the taxpayer dollar forever. So there's just a lot of concerning trends. Don't let me forget the extremism training that they were shoving down everyone's throats. And that was highly biased. None of that extremism training ever mentioned BLM, never mentioned Antifa, only mentioned conservative-related extremism. And it's causing a serious decline in morale. Soldiers feel like they can't speak up, that they feel like if they do, they'll be ostracized or fired. And we need to change the incentives around that. That's fundamentally why we're doing this. We want to tell these military leaders that your incentives have changed. We're going to show you that people get just as angry, if not more angry, when you do this. You can't just keep giving in to the woke mob, and nothing's going to happen. We're going to change the incentives on you.
Every American has a great debt to Tom Cotton and to Dan Crenshaw, and really all of our servicemen that are just trying to perform their duty in the military, and they don't need this sensitivity training as ideological punishment and brainwashing. No military member has this coming. If you've served in the military, let us know your MOS and your opinion on this, because I care more about what you think. I'm Doug TenNapel, and I'm the happiest guy I know.